Hey guys, welcome back and we're back with another exciting video. We're going to tell you how strong is Sakura Uchiha. So let's go. Sakura Uchiha is a kunoichi of Konohagakure. When doled out to Team 7, Sakura rapidly ends up badly ready for the obligations of a shinobi. In any case, subsequent to preparing under the Sannin Tsunade, he beats this and gets perceived as one of the best clinical nin on the planet. Sakura is the lone offspring of Mebuki and Kizashi Haruno. She had a common youth, raised by her folks with no genuine misfortune or confusions, in contrast to her colleagues. At the point when she entered Konoha's academy, a couple of the young ladies in her room began singling her out on account of her wide brow. Sakura attempted to battle their prodding by concealing her brow with her bangs. However, this demonstrated to different young ladies that it disturbed her and made them bother her considerably more. Ino Yamanaka, one of her schoolmates, saw this and safeguarded Sakura from her harassers and urged her to accept her brow instead of conceal it. Throughout the next years, Ino's direction and kinship assisted Sakura with getting familiar with herself and form into her own individual. Despite the fact that she felt obligated to Ino for aiding her, Sakura started to feel that she was living in Ino's shadow when she, all things being equal, needed to be Ino's equivalent. Eventually, after she entered the academy, Sakura met Sasuke Uchiha and she developed a crush on him. At the point when she revealed it to her companions, she was astounded to figure out how mainstream Sasuke was with the young ladies. Sakura heard gossip of Sasuke being drawn to young ladies with long hair, and she started allowing her hair to develop and stand out enough to be noticed. A few years after the fact, when she learned Ino really liked Sasuke, Sakura finished their companionship so they could vie for Sasuke's affection, accordingly starting a harsh competition between them. After they were put in their groups, Sakura moved toward Ino, advising her of her enjoying towards Sasuke. Ino uncovered that she too had sentiments towards him. Sakura took it to end their fellowship, beginning their aversion towards one another and the start of the series. How strong is Sakura Uchiha? We'll be investigating how strong Sakura Uchiha is from Boruto, Naruto Next Generations. Along these lines, we should begin. Number 1. Ninjutsu. Sakura figured out how to utilize medical ninjutsu from Tsunade, and today she's the best medical ninja on the planet. She prevailed with regards to dominating every one of the methods of Tsunade, which incorporated the 100 healings jutsu and the summoning technique, permitting her to bring the Goliath slug, Katsuyu. She can likewise utilize earth and water release nature transformations, just as yin and yang release. Number 2. Genjutsu. While never really seen utilizing Genjutsu, Sakura's amazing chakra control makes her invulnerable to a greater part of Genjutsu. Just the most impressive ones in this series could be a lot for her to break out of, as seen when Sasuke put her under Genjutsu utilizing the Rinnegan towards the finish of the conflict. Kakashi noticed that she is appropriate for Genjutsu, and she is much of the time displayed to rapidly character when it's being utilized and discharge herself or others from it. Number 3. Taijutsu. Sakura's Taijutsu kept on improving from the beginning of Section 2. It improved to the point that she could undoubtedly annihilate a few of Sasori's 100 puppets, and in the last film, while showing staggering velocity and strength, effortlessly obliterated a few of Toneri's puppets. In Boruto, her Taijutsu was sufficient to go head-to-head against Mangekyo Sharingan, using rival Shin Uchiha in an extraordinary hand-to-hand trade. Her amazing rate and strength makes her risky around other people. Number 4. Speed. Sakura hasn't shown numerous important speed accomplishments, yet she was adequately quick to land an overwhelming punch on Shin Uchiha before the last even acknowledged what had occurred. He had eyes everywhere on his head and ought to have seen Sakura, however, there was no proof of speed. She later had the option to fight against him and stay aware of his speed without a ton of trouble. We likewise see unimaginable speed from her when she in a matter of moments obliterates various mannequins during the fight against Toneri on the moon. Number 5. Strength. Sakura, by developing chakra into her clench hands and inconsistently her feet, Sakura acquires massive strength enough to obliterate structures or overturn the earth. Moreover, she can send chakra all through her body to lift more noteworthy mass and work on her capacity to withstand crushing blows. In the conflict circular segment, Utilizing a solitary punch, she made a shockwave that took out many Jubi clones, with Hashirama expressing that her solidarity may be more noteworthy than Tsunade's. Her punch was fit for breaking Kaguya's horn, which is no little accomplishment. She had numerous other strength accomplishments from that point forward in the last and in Boruto. Number 6. Knowledge. While being very frail in the institute, Sakura got reliably high grades, noting the composed segment of the Chunin exams without anyone else, something that Genin were not expected to have the option to do. In fight, her perception enough to figure a rival's strategies from a short sweep of the front line and get on, in any case, minor irregularities in discussion. Under Tsunade, she rapidly and totally dominated medical ninjutsu, where Ino and Tenten fizzled. She additionally dominated how to store chakra in the Byakugo seal in much more limited time than Tsunade could possibly do, and she could rapidly make remedies against a wide range of toxins. Number 7. Defense. While Katsuyu is fundamentally for recuperating, she likewise goes about as a type of safeguard for its clients. Katsuyu is fit for taking a wide range of harm and mending from it as seen each time she's gathered. By calling Katsuyu, Sakura could cover herself from the adversary's attack. Katsuyu was fit for enduring pains, calamitous Shinra Tensei while covering Konoha villagers, and furthermore Chibaku Tensei when she was joined to Naruto. Number 8. Summoning. Sakura can call Katsuyu, which is hers and Tsunade's boss summon. It's anything but an exceptionally amazing boss summon, and they're known to have just bought a little level of her full body. Katsuyu can spit corrosive utilizing its tongue-tooth sticky acid technique, which is sufficiently able to soften through rock effortlessly. With its slug-grade division, Katsuyu can partition itself into more modest clones to avoid assaults or to serve limited scope works, and is prepared to rapidly improve itself if need be. Number 9. Chakra. Sakura is a shinobi with normally high chakra hold. However, in the wake of preparing under Tsunade, she figured out how to store chakra throughout some undefined time frame to have the chakra important to finish the strength of 100 seal. At the point when the seal is delivered, Sakura approaches all the gathered chakra, permitting her to perform strategies of a more noteworthy scale than she is regularly ready to. With this chakra, she didn't run out of time in the conflict, that she was fit for utilizing said chakra to recuperate a large number of shinobi from the coalition. During the Kaguya fight, she had more chakra than a clone of 6 paths, Sage Mode Naruto, seeing as it was sufficient to open an entryway to bring back Sasuke, when Obito at first said Naruto's clone needed more chakra to do as such. Number 10. Endurance. Sakura's endurance was to such an extent that she most likely got worn out about once all through the whole conflict, regardless of every one of her accomplishments in utilizing chakra to mend individuals. All things considered, with Tsunade, the Byakugo seal continually revives her, permitting all of her going in fight in any event when others are unable. Her endurance is up there with the best. We can obviously see that Sakura is really adjusted in each detail, and there's no depressed spot. This is very intriguing for somebody who was the most vulnerable in her group back partially one. We should keep on deciding how solid she is. In which tier is Sakura Uchiha? You realize Sakura is one who gets a great deal of disdain, and this prompts her to be minimized. We should start with the conflict curve. In the conflict, Sakura was at that point on Tsunade's level and needed unique experience. I, for one, put her conflict self at mid-cage level, since she was at that point fair and square of any semblance of Mei, Tsunade, Konan, as I would see it. She kept on improving from that point forward, and there's no motivation to accept she's as yet unchanged following 16 years. In the novel, she had the option to, without any assistant, rout an Anbu, being enabled by a tailed beast drug. The Boruto, she clashed against Shin without utilizing Katsuyu or utilizing the Byakugo seal. She's right now the most grounded female ninja and potentially the most grounded ever, so I believe she's Haikage as a grown-up. That is it from today's post on how strong is Sakura Uchiha. If you don't agree with the points in the post and have some opinions on your own, share them with us in the comment section down below. Keep visiting for more information about anime and manga.